Hi there. This is Meena Srinivasan, Executive Director of Transformative Education and Leadership. And I'm just sharing a couple quick tips that are really supportive in cultivating well being. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about self compassion. Now, for me, self compassion is the secret sauce. And I like to think of it as holding tenderness towards myself. It's sort of like a warm, tender embrace. And the components of self compassion, and this is based on the work of Kristen Neff, are mindfulness, or we're aware of our suffering in the moment. We're aware of the physical, emotional, or mental pain of the moment. And then we practice self kindness. We're treating ourselves with kindness, considering our own needs. There's quality of curiosity there too. And then when we do that, it kind of connects us with our common humanity. And we really recognize that what we're experiencing is part of being human, part of the human condition. You can't know joy if you don't know sadness, right? And so self compassion, again, for me, and it's sort of this like tender balm. And my teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, often talks about how we are both the crying baby and the mother who can soothe the crying baby. And that's what I think about when I think about the practice of self compassion. Now, a wonderful practice that I first learned of through the work of Chris Germer is something called affectionate breathing. And if you're curious to engage in this practice, you can check out my website, meenasrinivasan.com, and there's some resources there, a lot of guided meditations, and one that's there is affectionate breathing. But really, it's take just a breath now, just breathe with me. Breathing with kindness. Breathing with the quality of affection towards oneself. Take one more breath here. Breath of kindness. Your eyes are closed. You can open them. And I invite you to explore the longer practice through the guided meditation. And then another practice I want to offer, again, this is coming from the work of Kristen Neff, is just treating yourself like you would treat a good friend. So, right now, reflect on when a close friend feels really bad about themselves or is suffering in some way. How would you speak to your friend? Now, reflect on a time when you felt really bad about yourself and are suffering. What would you usually say? And kind of notice your tone and see if there's a difference between how you talk to yourself and how your best friend would talk to you. And the invitation here is to really explore how would you change what you'd say if you responded to yourself the same way you'd respond to a friend who's suffering. So I invite you to explore treating yourself like a good friend. And whenever you hear a critical voice come up internally, criticizing yourself in some way, just really turn it around and talk to yourself as if a good friend would. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I invite you to explore this practice of self compassion.